Hola, muy buenas, aquí Fresquito con un nuevo capítulo de Stanley Parable. Como podéis ver, está todo lleno de mierda. Esto es porque he reiniciado varias veces para que veáis que no siempre es lo mismo.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Ese comentario es nuevo. O sea que esto a lo mejor es un final distinto en sí mismo. No sé, esperemos. En un principio tenía pensado hacer el final de... Bueno, no sé qué final es, pero parece que solo eso está aquí. Ir a donde suena el teléfono y en un principio yo quería no cogerlo, pero me dijisteis que eso no servía para nada, así que en vez de no cogerlo lo que voy a intentar es desenchufarlo o algo por el estilo.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Vale, parece que solo es distinto al principio.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Aquí es donde sale la línea amarilla y aquí no sale. O sea que hay algo extraño. A lo mejor en el final de la confusión ese no es el final.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No lo hice.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Bueno, aquí estamos.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
La habitación en la que
we've
hemos
gotten off
pasado
on
un
the
montón de veces.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Hecho el
I realize that
primer vídeo.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Ay, que me caigo yo solo.
I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Sé que no hay
To
una
put
her.
your work aside.
No me truñes la
To
mente.
let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Vale, aquí estamos.
That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Sí.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Ya está aquí.
It's definitely
mareando.
here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yes.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
A ver qué nos enseña.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practica. Bueno, básicamente he dicho que le...
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Vale.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Vale. Bueno, el vídeo ese que no está subtitulado al principio decía que el poder de elegir es el arma más... Bueno, más peligrosa y más maravillosa del ser humano. Pero que hay que hacerlo, hay que elegir con decisión. Y que... o sea, cuando salía el negrillo decía que podías pues ayudarlo o quemarlo. Estas cosas, ¿no? Con un poco de humor. And you're everywhere. Vale.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Realmente... Ay, qué bueno. Ahora no quieren que me equivoque en mis elecciones. No mientas, estás... Si estás mintiendo ahora mismo, para. También podría ser no te tumbes. Si estás tumbándote, para. Pero supongo que es mentir. Bueno, volviendo sobre mis pasos.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Porque me has tomado. A ver.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Ay, qué cabrón. Ay.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
No. Ahí va. Apaga el juego. Hostia, qué paranoia.
Oh, I'm with you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oi.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sabéis que voy a entrar otra vez por la derecha, ¿verdad?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Me voy a arriesgar una tercera vez. Lo siento, lo siento.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Es lo mismo, exactamente.
Behave exactly as
Vale, sí, tío, abre la puerta.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Te hace preguntarte si y si vuelvo a entrar otra vez.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Vale, voy por la izquierda, ya está. ¿Contento?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
¡Qué cabrón!
office.
Hey, ahora no pone lo de bathroom. Eso es porque no puedo entrar. O sea que puedes entrar en el bathroom de alguna manera. ¿Algún símbolo? ¿Algún signo? Esto es distinto. Estoy seguro que esto es distinto.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Anda, tengo que... Esto graba o algo.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Inglés no es lo suficientemente bueno.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it?
Lo estoy
But you know
haciendo.
what?
Solo que
It's
no.
pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Meltdown. Ahí
When
va.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Así que este es Stanley.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Vale, pues este creo que sí que ha sido un final. Salieron los créditos y todo. Va a comprobar por si acaso, pero...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No sé si es porque ya he hecho el logro. Ahora ya no sé si esto no me sirve para... ¿Se oye algo? ¿Ese sonido? ¿Se oye como fuego o algo así? ¿O eso viene de esta sala?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ahora ya no sé si estoy flipándola. Bueno, creo que eso ha sido el final. A ver, vamos a llegar hasta aquí otra vez.
When Stanley came
Y
to
voy
a
a
set of
irme
two
por la
open
derecha.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Sí,
knew
hay
it
final.
perfectly well.
Vale. Ya está. Ah, este juego me hace jugar. Me hace jugar, me hace hacer cosas extrañas. Me hace dudar mucho. Me hace leer que la partida se encuentra en paz. En fin. Si os ha gustado, a like, a favoritos. Espero vuestros comentarios. Y en los comentarios, esta vez sí que os pido que me comentéis. Me sugiráis nuevos finales. O sea, no nuevos finales en sí, sino acciones que tomar. Porque hay uno que tengo controlado, que es el de la cuenta atrás. Que es el de llegar al final y pulsar on o no off. Vamos, el que no hice, el que te dice que no hagas. Me falta ese y es que pienso en otros y no se me ocurre. No se me ocurren otros finales. Creo que está lo de los bebés, que me acuerdo que te decía que salvarás al bebé, pero eran 4 horas, o sea que supongo que no, eso no será ningún tipo de final. Porque no creo que nadie vaya a estar 4 horas ahí dándole. Y no... Ahora mismo... No sé, no se me ocurre ninguno más. Así que... Si no me sugerís ningún final, yo el siguiente que haré será el de la cuenta atrás. Miraré por internet a ver si encuentro algo. Y si no, pues el de la cuenta final será el último capítulo de la serie. Ya veremos. Espero vuestras sugerencias, espero vuestros comentarios al respecto. Y hasta la próxima.